Now, in this video, I'm gonna be showing you how I go from this.
No, I'm dead.
What? Y'all are terrible, man. To this. Come on! Now, this game started out as any other game. I get a Spider-Man. I always get a Spider-Man. So instead of complaining, I just adjust and I pick Groot. Look at him, sitting there looking all Grooty. So the game starts and I leave point, I'm throwing up balls, I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do as Groot. Now, of course, I'm not the best, but I'm good enough to hold my own every time I play this character. We all on the point, we fighting, trying to get possession and push the other team back. You know, the things you're supposed to do in Marvel Rivals. There comes to a point in the middle of this where I feel like the damage is damaging enough. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I want to take a quick break to say I'm not a Groot main, but I know how to use him, so I'm doing the best, you know.
No, I'm dead.
At least for the most part. Now, as you can see, eventually we end up getting the point cap, so we're pushing it. I'm thinking we're doing a good job. We got like 3 minutes still to go before we got to get it to the next point. And I'm putting up walls, and you can see some of my walls are on point, some of them aren't. But they're definitely not the worst. Now, as you can see, there even comes a point in the middle of this fight where I feel like my team is actually pretty decent.
A little bit of Groot and Strange action. Okay, I can get jiggy with this.
It wasn't too long after this moment where I realized just how wrong I was about this whole situation. And I say this because for the following 2 minutes, we cannot move the point. Remember when I said the damage wasn't damaging? Well, it really ended up showing during this next 2 minutes. Now, I think it goes without saying that we didn't make it. So now it's time for us to go on defense. We're selecting characters. I'm going back to pick Groot. I actually want to pick Namor because I don't feel like we're doing a good job with anti-dot. And then I look in the lobby. Somebody else picked the Vanguard. In this next part, I'm going to just let you listen to what he said in the middle of the game. Now take note. Look at this guy's name. Remember it for towards the end of this.
You're not doing shit as Groot. I'm gonna go back. You can play with, the fuck ever, I guess. I don't know.
I'm 15-4. Are you? I'm 15-4. Are you drunk? Are you drunk?
You're rolling everybody off. You're rolling everybody off. Like, I have 2 other people on a call bitching that you're rolling them off.
Now, mind you, the people that he's talking about or complaining about me are his friends. So of course they're gonna be on your side. They're not gonna blame you when they have random that they can blame.
You're rolling me off, so have
All right,
fun playing Luna.
All right, bet. Go crazy.
Now, the thing a lot of people would do is they'll blame the support, saying they're not getting heals when in fact they're not taking into account that the backline is getting dove the entire game. Now, I'm gonna show you the spectacular job my team does of keeping supports protected. This was a 1v1 I had to win by myself. And then I proceed to get dove on.
I got a Thor in my face and a side like that's flanking backline. Like the tanks aren't, the fucking tanks aren't helping the backline at all. They're just getting dove the whole time.
It should go without saying that we lost. He then proceeded to talk crazy, so I responded in kind.
Like he talking about healing. Like how?
And like I said before, the people that I'm arguing with in this chat are his friends, so naturally I'm in here getting jumped. But whatever, it's nothing to that, man. So what I do, I queue up another one. Time to get to it.
You want these?
Now in this part, the band's already happened and now it's time to get your team together. As you can see, there's a rocket on my team. So I picked Bucky so I can enable a rocket just to give me some infinite ammo. Mind you, this guy isn't even the guy that ends up playing rocket.
Why?
It's this
Why
this
Discord,
Sway guy. Now initially it's the time to bounce up out a point. This is where you usually take the time to gather some information and figure out what's going on with your match. So the first thing that I do, I come out here and I realize who exactly it is that I'm fighting against. And I see a Punisher, getting rid of those turrets. But you see that guy right there, that Iron Man, he got to get out the sky. So what you need to do in situations like this is you need to counter pick them. You need to go someone that can actually get the bullets there faster, the projectiles there faster. And in this game, we call them his can characters.
I'm going Punisher to get that Iron Man out the sky. I thought we didn't ban Hulk. I thought we banned Hulk.
So here I am. I get the point. I immediately get to work. I'm immediately Iron Man hunting.
No.
It's extreme instead. Yep. I'm good.
Oh shit, yeah.
And it didn't take Good Buddy long to realize this is not his fight. And the rest of this match pretty much went on without a hits. You know what I'm saying? We went crazy. We did what we were supposed to do. We made sure we got our kills. We made sure that our supports was protected. You know, we just did our job. And at this point, we're about 2 or 3 games away from our objective. So, you know, we got to keep grinding. So we queue up again. I skipped the ban phase because you can see who everybody is that's banned right here. And you notice we get that same Rocket Raccoon. I actually like this guy because he was great with communication and he was openly expressing everything that was happening. So what did? I go Bucky and I enable him again. Or better yet, he enables me. And what I noticed is right before the character select screen went away, I noticed that one of our healers ended up going Luna. So what did? I go Namor, one of the strongest team ups in the game, and I allow her to enable me to do more damage with that extra turret you get because it does more damage and it gets more health. And plus in this game, a lot of guys like to dive, so he's the best anti-dive DPS in the game. So like I was telling you before, the match is about to start. All I'm doing right now is just trying to gather information while putting out a little bit of damage so they don't take as much space as they intend to. Now the guy that I said had great communication, I don't know if you guys heard that, but he just said there was a magic in my backline. So immediately what I started thinking is instead of putting my turrets up so offensively, I'll start putting them in the back a little bit so that way my supports don't end up getting dove on the entire game without taking any damage. So now what do? Same thing as I did before with the Iron Man. I'll proceed to go magic hunting.
Yeah, that's why I had to pop my bubble.
In the beginning of this first round pretty much ends up going as well as you hope it would.
Oh, hey. Hella squeeze out.
Now, same situation as before. I end up starting out this round doing the same thing I always do. Just making sure I gather information, see what's out there, see who we got to fight against. And as you can see, the main person I'm looking for is Magic, and so far so good. I don't see one, but I do see on Wanda, and she thinks that she has something. So what do? I let her know that it's really like that around here, and it can really get like that around here. You see she ran. But all in all, man, ain't much to this point. All we're trying to do is just cap this little spot around the corner, and we're good. So I'm just fast forwarding through it.
Let's go.
And now, just like that, we're like a game or two off. Typically like or two, because these games typically give you anywhere around from like 23 to 29. They never really end up giving you 30 unless you're playing at a tier above. On to the next.
I went Storm, but I don't know.
I'll go Storm here initially, but after a quick realization, I figured this is a good enough time to pull my Star-Lord out. Now, for the sake of the length of this video, I'm just gonna fast forward to this whole round. Long story short, we won. My Star-Lord went crazy. We didn't get MVP, but we did get the stop like we were supposed to. And that put us 4 under what we needed to achieve to get Grandmaster 3. Look, man, you see it. We right there. We mad close. And just like I said, my Star-Lord did what he was supposed to do. So I queue up the next one. Man, let's just try and get it done.
Come on.
So we start the next game. We get into the selection phase of who we're supposed to get when we want to go into this game. And man, this is already not a good start.
Not a good start. Fuck.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with that, man.
Now, I just want to clarify, even though he switched, the fact that he even wanted to pick Jeff and has a Lord Jeff still doesn't give me good vibes. So I'm still standing by what I said. And remember what I said about Spider-Man at the beginning of the video. It's always a Spider-Man that wants to sell my games, bro. I don't get it.
Spider-Man in the world, bro.
Just pray. Hey, give him some time, bro. If he's ass, then GG's. But hopefully he's not ass.
But anyways, man, here we are, off to the races. Match is about to start. Now the fight's actually going pretty decent. We're pushing point, we're taking up space, we're doing what we're supposed to do. Even though they have some dive characters, we're still doing a pretty good job of getting them out of there. With my Star-Lord, I didn't have to go Namor like I usually do.
Kill Magic. BP dead.
We're even able to go as far as getting the first point cap. And like every game, or like every bad game, we get to a point where we stall, even though we were able to push them way back. And it was a pretty dominant game thus far up until this point. And maybe at this point, I probably could have picked Namor to deal with the dive characters, because they ended up going Iron Fist Magic. But I'm doing the best on my team. So I figure maybe the other DPS can probably go Namor, but they don't end up listening. At this point, they managed to take us in our overtime, and they're able to hold us off. Like I said, maybe I should have switched. I actually got to get out of the habit of doing things like sticking to somebody, even though I'm doing the best on my team at that position. It probably could have took us a longer way. But anyways, it's time for defense, and I actually think we can get a solid stop. Like, it's very doable.
So I can come back and help you.
They win Moon Knight.
But as doable as it is, it doesn't feel like we can get a stop. Every time we make a little bit of progress, they end up pushing us back a little bit more, and one of us end up dying. It's just not very cohesive in terms of being together in order to get a stop. I survived a really long time by myself, but just being DPS and getting kills and getting people out of there without the team as a whole, we can't pull it off. And on this last play right here, man, I take so much responsibility for this. I heard the Mantis ult, and I still went and activated just because I wanted to hurry up and try and make sure we touch point.
Where's the rank up game, bro?
And once again, I fall a little short. I'm right there, 4 points off. But look, I am still close. I'm still one game away. It's gonna be this next game that really determines whether I get in there or not. So, it's go time. One more. We gotta get this next one.
I'll let you convince me to run it. So,
Now, at first glance with this team up, I'm actually not mad at it. We got a squirrel girl that can do some decent damage. I got his scan, so I'm going to aim for anybody in the air. And we got 3 supports with a Groot. That equals success in my book. Triple support is extremely meta right now. So we get the point, and I see that everybody's focused in the middle. So instead of going straight down the choke, I'm going to go ahead and flank, and I'm going to use my mobility, get behind the team, and do what I can to their back line, the squirrel girl that's just sitting in the back, and I got this cloak and dagger that wanted to be brave. And out the gate, I can tell that we're mopping the floor with these guys. Some people are dying earlier than others. That's why this cloak and dagger came back to the point by herself, but that's stupid. I mean, granted, I may have died, but I still got 5 people on the point. So, I mean, you're just gonna risk your life for nothing.
Any other time I'm just sitting there.
And look, as soon as I said it, I know you saw that squirrel girl killed her. So naturally we cap point, and we're just pushing these guys back. I'm all in. I'm getting the supports up out of there. Shoot, I even got a tank up out of there. I'm just getting guys the heck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But as we get closer to the point, these guys are just coming out in droves. It feels like we just cannot kill these dudes all fast enough. They really, really do not want to lose. I don't know why. I know y'all see it right there. That respawn beacon to the left. I don't know why I didn't turn and shoot that thing. But it's probably just because I was in the middle of all this action, bruh. We do eventually get that cap though, and we start making a solid push down the lane. However, these guys just did not go down. It didn't matter how many people we killed, how many times we killed them off, how many ults we interrupted. It just didn't matter. Like, it just wasn't mattering at that time. And inevitably, we ended up still losing, no matter how much effort we put in to get into this point. But in my opinion, we ended up pushing it a great amount. That's a far away that they got to go. And just to be clear, when I say lose, I mean we lost the point. The game's not over. But anyways, it's time to pick. We're re-picking, and the only difference that I really see is that we don't have 3 heals. We have a tank now instead, and it's a penny. A penny is a great defensive option in my opinion. So the match starts, and we get off to a great starting point. We're just putting fire straight down the middle because these guys keep coming down the choke point. Now the thing about this game that somehow happens very often, and it just pisses me off, every single time you think you're about to hold a team out and you're able to stop them from capping on the first go, somehow, some way, these guys turn into the real Avengers, and all of a sudden don't miss shots, push everything, everybody gets ults. It's kind of annoying, but the point is, I think the fact that we were able to hold them that long showed that we can actually stop them from getting to as far as we did. Now right here we got a team wipe with 2 minutes left. I just used my ult. I don't think we used any of our support ults, so now we're just waiting. We're waiting to see how this goes. And of course, what happens? Moon Knight ults. He gets rid of 2 of the people on my team. He gets them picked. So now what we got to do is we got to back up, give them the space that they just took in order for our team to come back so we can fight as a team. So now I'm at this point, I'm trying to keep as many people out of the fight as possible, which includes this Moon Knight, who is very capable of wiping my team. And now it's time to ult. And I don't know if you peeped the time, but that pretty much was everything that we needed to secure that dub. You can see the excitement in my face, man. By the way, I want to include, I was only this excited because I had somebody talking trash in my comments saying I needed to be stacked in order to win. I've been solo queuing this whole time.
Say it. Come across my screen. Say it. Say it. Say it.
And just like that, we hit him, man. That was our objective to do while solo queuing. Will I be able to do it in Celestial? Find out. Stick around. Leave a like, share, comment. Let me know if you liked the video. All right, man. Everybody be easy out there.